Oh, hey, Craig. Sorry I won't be able to attend your wedding. I have a painting to finish. I need to make some music for my videos. Yeah. It's all really important, really. Okay, bye. This is just oats, like plain, boring oats. No toppings, no flavors, just plain oats. Boring like me. I love it. Okay, so you know how towards the end of last video I said I was going to talk about mental health and how that affects creating things, like my artworks and the like. Well, let's talk about it. For me specifically, a lot of the issues comes from not having enough energy. For example, the same thing that someone else would do in an hour, it would take me like 4 or 5. You know, most people can just keep going the entire day with a similar energy level, and if I wake up very early, like by 8 or whatever, I am done by around 2 p.m. I can't function, I can't think, I can't be creative. And it means that the window of creativity that I have is very small, which means that it takes me much longer to do things that other people would do much quickly, which isn't too much of a problem on its own. But when you start to factor in having to be online and being active on social media, things can get very messy very quick. I think the healthier way to handle it is always focusing more on trying to cultivate an audience that is a lot more interested on the quality of your work and how much, rather than the quantity. Instead of posting a new piece every day because it take you 4 hours to do, you can post one piece every month because it takes you 3 weeks to do, but it's just really good. And you're happier that way, and you don't get burnt out, and you don't have all these other issues that come with having to overwork yourself like that. Okay, so let's make a list of the things I have to do this month. I have to finish a new illustration that I'm going to show you guys later on. I also need to create another illustration because it's Pride Month and I need to represent. And also there are 2 other things I need to do. I need to make a short film that I'm creating with my siblings. We all decided to get together to make a short film. The problem is that the deadline is at the end of this month, so that means that we don't have a lot of time to do all of the work. So that's going to be intense 2 weeks of making a short film. And also, while I was uploading the last video, I ran into a lot of issues with the audio. I had a lot of music in there that even though they were under Creative Commons 3, I was still getting flagged, and I just didn't really like that, and I've been having a lot of issues finding suitable music for my videos that are under public domain or royalty free. That way I can use it in whatever I want. And it's occurred to me that I might just as well make my own music. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, I'm not the greatest music creator in the world, but I do know a thing or two, and I might as well just make my own music and maybe show you guys the process of that as well, and add that to the list of things that I need to do. But I think that's all I need to do. Like, they might seem like it's just 4 things, but those are really big things. I mean, the music shouldn't take too long, but specifically those 2 illustrations, a single illustration takes me about a week. 2 of those, and the short film, which is probably going to take at least 2 weeks if everything goes well, because we have nothing done. We have just the idea, just some planning, but nothing much. So let's get started. I have a drum kit around here somewhere. So you can anyway. Okay, so I've got these drums here. Let's see if you can hear them. I'm just gonna put that on loop, and I'll let you guys know if I come up with something. All right. So I've got something, and I hope it's not very overpowering. That's the drums, some bass. Woo! I really like it. So what we've got the bass, right? And the bass is doing something. This is what the bass sounds like on its own. I like that it doesn't start on tempo. So here's the thing. I've got like some drums. I got the bass, and I had this lead piano and some organs in the background, so you could hear them over here. This. And I think it's nice, but I think the entire section is missing something, and I'm not sure what it's missing. You know, like the entire thing right now sounds kind of like this. The bass comes in, and like it feels like there is space for one more instrument. I like that. I like that. I like that so much. So I feel like we need to get that instrument, that violin, in there somewhere. But I feel like maybe that's for a chorus section. So I'm still gonna just look around to see if I can find something good for the verse. So I think what I need is more organs. I've been listening to a lot of Persona music. Lately Persona 5. And I love that the background audio always has organs going, you know. And I love that. So I think having this do something in the background is gonna be nice. All right, so I think I have something. The organ's gonna make this sound, but just that, but like in the background of the entire verse. So let's hear the entire thing together and see if it sounds better. Let's see. Whoops. I need to put it there first, so like so. So again, the drums and can you hear that in the background? I think it adds much more character to the song. I love it. I think I'm almost done. I think I'm just gonna copy paste what I have, right? And I mean, I don't really need to show you the entire, like how the song turns out, because you have been hearing the song since the beginning of the video in the background, so you know how it turned out. So I'm just gonna finish this up. That was like what, 2-ish hours. Which is not bad. As I said, this was going to be the quickest thing for me to do because it's not the most involved or complex thing out there. I just need something simple for the videos. And if you guys want, I was thinking as well that I could put the finished music on to my Patreon. That way, if you guys want it, you guys could download it and use it on your own videos, or just listen to it if you want to. So I'm just gonna finish this up, and then I can get started on the actual illustration. Alright, so this is the illustration I'm currently working on. It's inspired on West African folklore, particularly the Adze, which is African vampire, but much cooler because instead of transforming into bats, they transform into fireflies, which is just awesome. As for the design, I went with a lot of fabric everywhere, which is inspired by the Egungun Masquerade, which is a series of festivals that happen in Yoruba in Nigeria, and the masquerades are this costume that the character that a lot of that people will wear to perform, and they usually have very intricate designs and a bunch of fabric stacked one on top of the other, and I like how it looks. It has a very airy vibe. So this is how the illustration currently looks. There is a mask on top of the character's head, and also one over here in the waist area, and this is inspired by the ivory masks that were taken from the Benin Kingdom in Nigeria. A lot of people actually think that these images are actually masks, but the truth is they are waist pieces that you hook them on your belt, and it's what the Oba or chief would wear. The character also has this necklace over here made out of coral beads. They are a very, very, very unique fashion statement used in parts of Nigeria, and I've always loved how they look, and I try to put them in my illustrations whenever I can. Okay, so I've been trying to find a way to record my process and show it in the YouTube videos without having it be a huge chore or having to remember, turning it on and off. And screen recording is not viable for me right now, and I'm trying to find a way that I can show you guys the important bits of my process, because I paint very irregularly, and I work on multiple things at the same time. So I'm still working on it. I think I have an idea, and by the next video I should probably have a much longer process video ready for you guys. But if you want to see the full thing, you can go to my Patreon, and I have uploaded a PSD with all my process and this illustration there. Alright. Alright, so I think I'm done with this illustration, or at least close to it. I'm probably about 95% finished with it, and it's at the point where I could just upload it now. But as usual, something just tells me that I will eventually spend another 4 or 5 hours on it. Like, I will just wake up in the middle of the night one day and just go, I know what to do. But for now, I really like how it's come along, and I hope you guys enjoyed the process as well. It was a very fun showing both aspects of how I'm usually being creative in a week, through making music and also making this illustration. This illustration is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time now. I really love the concept of African firefly vampire, and I also really liked how it turned out. And as I said, the music we made during this episode is also available on Patreon. On my Patreon, you can also get access to full resolution versions of the artworks that I make, and now also music that I'm also going to be making and posting there as well. There are also a bunch of other goodies you get, so if you have some money to spare, I would really appreciate it. There are no tiers on my Patreon, it's just a pay what you want system, and then you get access to everything, which I think is really helpful for us starving artists who can't afford to pay a certain amount. Anyway, help if you can, always share the love, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.